Welcome, folks. Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast,
Yes,
Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques. Hello, folks. Hello. Let's go. We are here.
We here.
Houston Texans, we are here.
Yes, sir.
Man, I just got through. Listen, man, like when I was in school, man, I was a big time DJ Screw fan, dude.
Oh, yeah,
And so I just got through jamming at June 27th, man.
Yeah.
You know,
DJ Screw, Big Poking out.
Absolutely, yes, sir, yes, sir. And also listen to some UGK, you know, Pimp C,
yeah.
one of my favorite rappers. You know, so much respect to Houston.
Mad respect.
But that's all I'm gonna give at this point. Hey, Houston Texan fans, we're here.
We here.
What did we tell them, man?
Hey, we told them we had a healthy Derrick Henry, the game would have been different.
Yep.
Y'all won by 3 points.
Yep.
And when you see what Derrick Henry does when he's healthy,
Yep.
I would have had confidence even if Deshaun and them was in the game.
Yes, sir.
We had a healthy Derrick Henry. And you see what he did.
see what happens. Now, Texan fans I'm already gonna say now while somebody's typing up comments, they saying, we had our backups here.
Yep.
We had our backups.
Yeah,
okay, cool. Now, on offense, you did. We know Deshaun Watson wasn't out there. We know DeAndre Hopkins wasn't out there. We understand that, okay?
Right.
So we're not going to sit there, oh, your offense was at full goal, whatever. But, Jacques, we still would have won this football game with them starting? Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
They had Reed out there. They
Yep.
had Joseph. Was it Joseph?
Yep.
They had Joseph.
They had Zach Cunningham.
They had Cunningham. They had Merciless out there.
Exactly.
Merciless out there.
Right, correct.
And this
right.
is when Derrick Henry was in the first half running like 5, 6, 7 yards here and there.
That's right, man.
Tannehill was still throwing and balling. Was Hargraves out there too?
Vernon Hargraves was out there. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
man.
what I'm saying.
Yep.
I'm not knocking anything with their offense. They have a talented offense.
They
Their
do.
offense is
They do.
beast.
D-Hop is ridiculous. Deshaun Watson's ridiculous.
The run game is off
It
the
is.
chain.
It is. It is.
I mean, and then Kenny Stills does his thing.
Yep.
Will Fuller's healthy.
Yep.
It's
Man, Will Fuller's a problem.
It's a problem.
Right.
It's your defense.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
like now, y'all was in the comment section. Oh, yeah, this and that. No. Offensively, y'all some bad boys.
Right.
Defensively, y'all suck.
Right. Absolutely, man.
Straight, just straight 100. I mean, if you allow the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to do what they did to y'all, and y'all been in close games all year,
Yep.
versus the Titans who've been putting up points, 30 points a game, blowing teams out.
Yep.
It's crazy.
It is.
And just to see how it is, I mean,
Yep.
looking at the Texans, just looking at you guys' team, I'm like, okay, you got Larry Thompson, who's a talented left tackle. Who was he, first round pick?
Yeah, he was first round pick for
He
the
was
Dolphins.
first round pick. Offensively, y'all have built y'all team where you need to be.
Right.
Defensively, with J.J. Watt out,
Yep.
it hurts you. With
Who's supposed to come back in the playoffs?
He's supposed to come back in the playoffs, but I mean, he's up in age.
Right.
He's had injuries. I mean, he can only do so much.
Right.
You got Jadeveon Clowney, who's a beast.
Right.
And he's gone. I mean, he was inconsistent too, but
Right.
still had a banging Vince Wilfork at one time. You guys had the pieces. You guys had that train where everybody was like, hey, the Texans are going to the Super Bowl. I was on that train for a minute. I'm like, Texans got a talented team.
Yeah.
You got a franchise quarterback in Deshaun Watson who is cold.
Yes, sir.
He's solid.
Yeah.
But your offense can only do so much.
Only so much,
And
man.
they would have put up points. They would have put up more points than what they did.
Right. Yes, sir.
But offensively, we were toe for toe.
Yep.
Y'all,
Yep.
we lost by 3 points.
Yeah, exactly.
We literally lost by 3 points.
And you look at Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown, in the words of the great Pimp C, I'm about to pull a kick though.
Kick though.
That's what they did.
Yes.
Derrick Henry had 211 yards. Hold on, let me say that one more time.
211
yards. Let me say another thing too.
No.
He had over 6 yards a carry, almost 7 yards a
7
carry.
yards a carry.
3 touchdowns. And is now the leading rusher in the entire league based on you all.
Yep.
Right?
15
211 yards rushing. You can't, you sir, our backups are in. Hey, look, man, you still have to play the game.
Still got to play the game.
And A.J. Brown, 124 yards
rookie.
catches on 4 catches.
4 catches. In the
124 yards.
best catch he had was in split the defenders.
Yep, it is.
By the
Unbelievable,
man. It was an unbelievable catch.
SB worthy.
It was.
SB worthy. SB worthy. And SB as a player of the year possible.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
Yes. And that wasn't anticipating. See,
Right.
You're starting to see a shift in the AFC South. The Texans have been the AFC crown for 4 years.
Yep. And salute to you guys.
Salute.
Absolutely. Right, yes, sir.
Mad respect. Like I said, offensively, y'all are cold.
Yep.
But hey, Titans are creeping up.
They are, man.
Creeping
They
up.
are.
I mean, we got a young stud at wide receiver named A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown out there.
He has 1,000 yards.
As a rookie.
How many rookie receivers has 1,000? That was a stat that said he's caught about as much touchdown passes as Randy Moss his rookie year.
Exactly.
To be
man.
compared to Randy Moss
That's
your rookie year,
unbelievable.
that's unbelievable.
And what people might not realize either, A.J. Brown's averaging over 20 yards per catch.
20.
He has like 50 some catches only and over 1,000 yards. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. I mean, he's a playmaker. And it's not like he's a burner, but he catches the ball, he breaks tackles, and he's gone. He's a running back. Yep. He's a running back playing receiver. We got several guys like that. Derrick Henry, Jonnu Smith, Corey Davis. Guys that catch the ball and break tackles. And Houston, I think their biggest issue is not so much coverage, it's tackling. They don't tackle well. They don't tackle well. I think you Texan fans know that. You know we're not making this up.
Only person I can say that does tackle is Zach Cunningham.
Right, the former Vanderbilt star.
Zach Cunningham is a beast.
He is a beast.
He is a beast. That man is. I got mad respect for number 41.
Hey, man, he did his thing when he was here in Nashville at Vanderbilt, man. He was unbelievable at Vanderbilt.
When the Texans drafted him, I said, "Oh yeah, they got them a beast."
Sure did.
They got them a beast. So we're just being, as analysts, we're realistic.
Yep.
We're going to call it like we see it. We've seen the Titans up and down. We've called them out.
Yep.
And I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, the Texans are going up. Your offense is trending up. Your defense is trending down.
It is.
You still need a couple of pieces. Now, when it's time to play the Bills, that's going to be a rough game.
It is.
That's going to be a rough game on your offense because of look what the Buccaneers did. The Buccaneers played a physical game against the Texans.
Right. And
I almost got Deshaun Watson hurt. Got him beat up.
Yep.
D-Hop was limping out there. I mean, they were miscues. I mean, it was a fast defense. Now you're going up against a even faster, aggressive, shutdown corner in Tre'Davious White.
Yep.
Man, that's
555 times the ball was in his area. No touchdowns. 0. Tre'Davious White and Stephon Gilmore of the Patriots, who we play in the playoffs, are the two best corners in the league as far as coverage right now. And you guys got to play them, and I don't know. So, but at Houston, you guys are in the playoffs. You're the AFC South winners. Congratulations. We're in the playoffs as well, as we advised that it would be, and we're here. Right. Even if we would have lost, we still would have made the playoffs, right? And we have people that commented like the last game was so important. It wasn't important.
I noticed that.
Right,
somebody did say that it wasn't important. No,
it wasn't.
The New Orleans game wasn't. It didn't mean nothing.
Right.
It really didn't mean nothing.
This game did for us.
Yes.
And you guys in Houston could say it didn't really mean nothing to you guys or whatever. But your first defense was out there. I know AJ McCarron was out there on offense, and the running back, I was shocked. Taywan Jones, their running back, was running pretty hard. He's been in the league for several years. He's played with different teams. I think the Raiders. I've seen him on some other teams. But overall, again, what I'm saying, like, we still did our thing. And as we advised in our previous show for the Houston Texans, Derrick Henry was the issue because he wasn't at 100%, that he would give you guys problems, and that's exactly what he did. And there's nothing you could do about it. 230-some yards rushing. I don't care if your four stringers out there. That is a problem. That's a problem for an NFL team. So Jacques, we won this football game. We're 9-7 now, and we are in the playoffs. Congratulations to Tennessee. Awesome job. So could you give us 2 reasons as to why we won this football game?
Well, one reason we started fast.
Yes, sir.
Something that we didn't do the first time we played the Texans was start fast. That was put us in a hole, like you said, Derrick Henry being hurt.
Right.
When we start fast and we start efficient, we start early, we put up points. Especially with Tannehill at the helm now. We're averaging 30 points a game. And when you start averaging 30 points a game and you start early doing that, you're not in a hole early.
Right, yes,
and
sir.
that's what happened was when we played them the first time. We were put in a hole early. And being put in a hole early like that, trying to dig yourself out, I don't care if Tom Brady will do it, but it's hard to get out of that hole. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get out of that slump. But with us starting fast like that, we dictated the game. We had the pace of the game. And they came down and scored, and I said, okay, I always say, how do you respond?
Yes, sir.
I always
say what you told me.
How do you respond? I don't panic, because if you panic, you're going to start losing your mind, saying we're going to lose the game. No, how do you respond? They went down there, made adjustments, and they went down and scored. And one thing I like, too, is scoring quick. Yeah. It's not this methodical, when Mariota was at the helm, we picking and dinking and dunking and chewing up clock. I like that, but at the same time, it's slow.
Right.
No. We're scoring, 2 or 3 plays, all of a sudden, it's a touchdown. I think we have something, since Tannehill's been at the helm, I think Titans are averaging, over 50 yards, 50
number 2 in the league since he's been a quarterback and scoring points. It's unbelievable.
And big plays of
and
over 50 yards.
Exactly, yes, sir.
It's ridiculous, man. We've never seen nothing like this in Tennessee. Even when McNair and them played.
Right,
we've never really seen nothing like this. So it's refreshing to see us starting fast and scoring points and actually throwing the ball.
Right.
Because we know we can run the ball. But to see receivers getting 1,000 yards, the ball is being distributed here. I don't even know how many yards Corey Davis got. I'm curious to see how many he got. He might be at 600 yards. That's pretty still good.
It is.
You see what I'm saying? So that's 1. 2, a balanced offense. So we balanced offense. Our offense is Our defense is kind of struggling now.
We are
struggling.
We're gonna talk about that.
That's my biggest concern is the defense. Our offense is so well versed now that I'm not worried. In years past, I was worried. I was scared.
Facts. Now, paper.
I'm to the point where, we hand the ball off. All right, cool. We throwing the ball. Derrick Henry's getting 5-6 yards a carry.
Yeah, man.
That puts you at 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4.
Yep.
At that point, you really don't have to panic. Hey, I can either throw the ball or run the ball. And wait, Derrick Henry, we run it. We had a series in the third quarter where we ran the ball 9 times and I think threw once. I believe so. We ran the ball 9 times and 6 yards a carry each time. Yeah. Who's going to stop that? Right. As a DB, we both play DBs. You don't want to tackle a 250-pound running back.
No, not every time.
Not every time. And then all of a sudden, you hit him with the play action, and then all of a sudden, you got A.J. Brown running towards
Exactly.
catching passes like he playing. So, with a balanced offense like this, our offense is very dangerous when we're flying under the radar, and I want to continue that. And we good. What about you?
One, as we talked about in the previous show for the Texans and even the Saints game, Derrick Henry has been unhealthy over the past 2 weeks. Didn't play last week, right? So he rested. As we advised, we thought it was a smart move. And what happened? He came out here, was healthy, 32 carries, right?
Right.
211 yards rushing. That's 6.6 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns. I mean, what else needs to be said?
Right.
A healthy Derrick Henry against the Houston Texans is a problem, okay? And Derrick Henry, of late, has had some very good games against Houston. And given the fact that we've talked about how Houston's had some issues with tackling, you can clearly see that. You see the touchdown, the 1-yard touchdown, he stiff-armed the guy that made him fall into somebody else and then met up with the safety at the end zone and put the ball in the end zone. And the safety thought he stopped him. It's like, no, sir. Look at the ref. The ref did this. Touchdown. So a healthy number 22 on the field was the main reason why we won the football game. He dictated the game, as he always does, which allowed Ryan Tannehill to throw the ball in a very efficient way. Because Ryan Tannehill didn't throw the ball much. He only threw the ball 20 times. Right. But out of that 20 times, play action, got A.J. Brown open because they are so afraid of what Derrick Henry was going to do. And as the game kept going on, Derrick Henry was getting chunks and chunks and chunks until he hit that 53-yarder on you guys. And, that pretty much did it for them. And, again, it sealed his, top status as a top NFL running back in the entire league. Right. So, awesome job to number 22, Derrick Henry. Awesome. Sign the man. Sign him.
Bam.
All right. Next, the adjustment on defense. Okay. Now, we only, at first I was being very frustrated. I'm like, man, Joker, we got A.J. McCarron out here. But Derrick Henry's former quarterback, right? Yeah. I was like, who A.J. McCarron looking like Tom Brady out there, right? And, we look at the running back, Tawan Jones, and even the receiver, DeAndre Carter, like 4-string guys. And they were doing very well in the first half, okay? I got nervous.
Me too.
At halftime, I'm like, you have to be kidding me. Right. Like, I was pissed.
Right. Me too.
But in the second half, just what Dean Pease has done all season, he made adjustments. I'm very concerned about our defense. Don't get me wrong, because we know we were playing the third stringers of the Houston Texans. We understand that. Right. But we did turn up the dial. Players like Kenny Vaccaro had a lot of tackles. Kevin Byard had an interception and a lot of tackles. We made the adjustments. Where McCarron couldn't throw the football, Tawan Jones wasn't running the ball very well. I mean, McCarron didn't throw a touchdown. He had 1 interception. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we made the adjustments on defense in the second half. Awesome job to Dean Pease and the Titans defense on making those adjustments, man.
Yep. So, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
What concerns you?
Oh, boy. If you are a Titan, not a Titan fan, an NFL fan that watched at least 2 Titans games over the last several weeks, our defensive lineman is a major concern. A major concern. Now, we have certain players like Derrick Robeson, who's been balling out of control in his second game, an undrafted guy, things like that. But overall, when it comes to run stopping, again, Tawan Jones had 9 carries and 40 yards, right? So he ran the ball very well. And this is a backup running back. And, A.J. McCarron got sacked 4 times, so I'll give them that in that regard. But it's A.J. McCarron. We couldn't do that against Deshaun Watson. Nope. We know that. So our D lineman is a concern. And we're going into Foxborough playing against Tom Brady. Now, I'm not, their run game is something different. But against Houston, we did not do a good job with our front four. We made the adjustments. But I am very concerned moving forward with our D linemen. We're not getting enough consistent pressure, nor are we stopping the run. We're not. Running backs are having their way this year with us, man. They really are. We were in the top 10 for the longest time, and all of a sudden the water...
You said something when we got rid of Avery Williamson.
Yes, sir.
Please elaborate.
So I said, look, we got rid of Avery Williamson, and we, drafted Rashaan Evans, who leads us in tackles. Okay, Rashaan Evans has 139 tackles. Awesome job. He's played a heck of a season. But Rashaan Evans right now is having a much better year than he had last year. But Rashaan Evans and all the linebackers, J.M. Brown, those guys are some wild guys, right? They don't sort of stay put and make tackles. They make open field tackles, but not in the trenches tackles. Right. Avery Williamson, who we lost out of free agency, we didn't sign him. That was a guy that made a lot of tackles for us. He wasn't really good in pass coverage, but man, he made a lot of tackles. And so, when we were a top 10 defense for years, he was one of the main reasons. And Wesley Woodyard's getting older too. So I'm telling you, man, look, not just say the linebackers, the D linemen, our run defense concerns me. What about for you, man?
Man, our secondary. We made A.J. McCarron look like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I mean, he was moving the ball methodically. And same thing with Drew Brees. I mean, that's Drew Brees. I get it.
Right.
But with us having a secondary that's beat up,
man,
we miss Adoree Jackson.
We really do.
We miss Butler. We miss those guys. And I like Logan Ryan, don't get me wrong. But he's one of those guys that you can't really put out there by himself. Yep. He needs companions.
Right, he does.
To offset him. That's why he's able to make the plays he was able to make. Yep. If you notice, it's kind of died down a little bit because he doesn't have that pressure of Butler out here, Adoree out here,
right,
making and shutting these guys down. Only thing I have to worry about is the slot.
Right.
I'm good.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So what I've seen with our secondary, I've seen Ty Smith doing a little chasing.
Okay.
And I've seen now I'm gonna tell you one person that has contributed and I like him is Brock.
Yep.
The
free agent we just picked up a few weeks ago. Yep.
Brock is a very feisty, tenacity. He has tenacity. He has fight with him. Yeah. He's a good man corner too.
Right.
Seen him do some pass breakups. So right now going into the playoffs, you got Tom Brady, you got Pat Mahomes, you got Lamar Jackson. You got even Josh Allen, and Josh Allen, he's okay, but still, it's Josh Allen. You got Deshaun Watson.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, when we played him last time, Deshaun Watson was eating us alive.
Right.
Like I said, Texas, y'all got a good offense. But when I look at our secondary, it's the wrong time for us to have injuries.
It is
the wrong time to have injuries.
Yeah.
And like I said, our offense is able to bail us out, but... Man, imagine if we have Adoree. Hopefully he comes back. Because if he comes back, then that elevates. That relieves me a little bit because his speed and the way he was playing with confidence. See, the thing about playing corner, you have to play with confidence.
Yes, sir.
Because if you don't have confidence, what happens is you lose that confidence and your play falls off. You see what I'm saying? So now, what happens is Adoree's playing with confidence and enough confidence to where he can shut that side of the field down. He's good.
He's good.
All of a sudden, you got Tremaine Brock, who I'm like, okay, he's pretty decent.
Right.
Then that gives you Logan right here. I'm like, okay, Logan's doing this thing. You know that Sims ain't playing with the ones.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That means they have more confidence in Ty Smith and
Brock. That's right.
Versus LaShawn Sims. It's because LaShawn Sims' confidence has kind of died down a little bit. Mm-hmm. But once that confidence level goes back up, we're good. But I mean, I'm praying that Adoree, bro, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if it's how bad his ankle is.
I don't know. Knee.
I hope it's something that's simple where he can come back and just give him his rest.
Yep.
But we need you, man. We need you. We know we're not getting Butler back. I mean, I wish he'd put a cast on. If he could, he probably would play with the club.
Right, he would.
He probably would play with the club and he would tackle with his arms.
Yeah.
He'll bat with the club, but they won't let him do it.
That's right.
But the secondary concerns me, dog.
Yeah, man, me too.
Even though we allow 14 points, honestly, you playing against some backups, there ain't supposed to be no points.
Exactly. Absolutely. And Houston, we're well aware of that.
Yes, we're well aware of we play. And before y'all get to comment in the comment section, we know we played you guys as backups.
Right.
But remember,
offensive backups.
Offensive backups. Right. Remember, last game was 3 points.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So, Jacques, in this game, man, for the Tennessee Titans, who would you say was the MVP of the game?
A.J. Brown. In my opinion, Rookie of the Year.
Yes,
he got his 1,000 yards from Mariota throwing the ball. That was mad respect.
Class.
That was class.
Yep.
That was very classy of the organization to allow Mariota to do that. Because I know A.J. Brown kind of shedded a tear when they benched Mariota.
Yep.
He had confidence in Mariota. So I get that.
Yep.
But the young king is out here doing something that we didn't expect. Now, me and you, when we drafted him, we were excited.
Yeah, we were.
I was excited.
We're in SEC country.
We SEC country, so we've seen him play.
Right.
We seen him, DK and AJ play. I'm like, okay, they are some beasts.
They are.
He switched to number 11 because he idolizes Julio Jones.
Right.
I noticed his kid's work ethic in training camp. He got hurt. He said, hey, I want to be great. Hey, asking questions, picking people's brains. Yep. Hey, how do you do this? How do you do it? And it's showing on the field.
It is.
He had what, 5? Was it 5 catches?
4 catches.
4 catches, okay.
Yep.
4 catches for what, 111?
124. That's unbelievable. 30. That's a 31-yard average, man, per catch.
24 yards, dog. Like I said, the best catch that he's ever, in my opinion, ever made And they'll go probably. Well, he got years like on down the line, but that was the best catch I've damn seen all year. I'm like, oh my god! But he split the two defenders. The best catch I've seen in Titans history.
Yeah,
Titans and Oilers history.
Right.
Titans and Oilers history.
Yes, sir. It is.
And seeing the young
because we haven't had a lot of good receivers in this organization. We haven't.
Now I know you mentioned something. You said we needed a downhill threat, and I thought so too. But when I seen the Atlanta game, I was like, this young man is not bad, and he's an athlete,
right?
And he's big, and he's doing it.
Yeah, that's right.
In the play action, when Tannehill rolled out and threw him the ball, and he caught it, and he ran for like what 40 yards, 50 yards.
Yep.
I was like, that's amazing.
It is. I was like, that's wow.
The last time he had a 1,000-yard receiver was Kendall Wright.
Yep.
And we know about Kendall Wright. He was okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he's not no A.J. Brown.
Nope.
A.J. Brown, man.
Yeah,
the
man.
Rookie.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What about you?
For me, man, another second-round pick, just like A.J. Brown. Great job to John Robinson in finding talent. Is the other SEC guy on our team, well, we have several, is Derrick Henry, right?
Yep.
The former Heisman Trophy winner, the king, as they call him, El Tractorcito. Derrick Henry had a heck of a game. He was the MVP of the game. No question about it. He was the game changer. Again, when he goes well, man, it's really hard to beat the Titans. If he averages 100, 125, 150 yards a game, man, we're probably going to win that football game. And that doesn't bode well for the other teams in the playoffs. It really doesn't, as we're probably the only team that has a brute running back that's left in the playoffs. So Derrick Henry was a problem against the non-tackling Houston Texans. So awesome job to number 22. You did your thing. Salute to you for making the Pro Bowl. Salute to you as well for being the rushing king of the league. Put your crown on as you do, bro, and represent, man. So Derrick Henry definitely was the MVP for me, man.
Okay.
Yep.
So let me ask you this, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Who surprised you?
I'm going to say Kevin Byard. Kevin Byard. The former MTSU player, alum as well, like myself as well, as I will always mention because I'm proud of him and anyone that played at MTSU. Kevin Byard had a really bad game versus the Texans 2 weeks ago.
Yes, he did.
Kenny Stills is doing this the whole game. Just waving his hand, I'm open, right? And Kevin Byard was nowhere to be found, especially in the one play, the one touchdown. Kevin Byard was lost.
He was lost.
He was lost. Actually, it was probably the worst game I've ever seen Kevin Byard play. And that's saying a lot because Kevin Byard is an unbelievable safety, right? But Kevin Byard played his tail off this game. He didn't allow nothing deep. Again, I understand they had their backups in there, so that's probably a part of it. But Kevin Byard still had to do his job, right? Just because you're a backup doesn't mean you can't play football. Kevin Byard had a great game. Kevin Byard, he had 7 tackles, and he had an interception. That's his 5th interception of the season. So, and a lot of times if you throw it in Kevin Byard's direction, if his hands is on the football, he's going to pick it off. And so I like the fact that he redeemed himself this game versus how he did in the previous game versus Houston. He actually played pretty well against the Saints too, but he really played a good game against the Texans. So he's a guy that surprised me this game. What about for you, sir?
Derrick Robeson.
Robeson.
Something that I want the Titans to do, he has to get more playing time, man.
Yeah, he does.
He had a sack again this game. That puts him at 3.
He
had 3 sacks in 2 weeks, dog.
3.5.
3. I say 4, but they gonna give him the 3.5.
Right.
Name me any person on our line that's been consistent. Besides, you can say Harold Landry maybe, but he's kind of falling off. Something that I like about Derrick is his tenacity. So I seen a play where he missed a tackle, and all of a sudden his hustle, he hustled back. And he tackled the tight end. It was a big 6'7" dude.
Yes.
He came back. He missed the tackle. He was right there and came back. I said, you can't coach that.
No, you can't.
You can't coach that. That's a motor.
Right.
That's a motor. And then how he's sacking people. When he sacks you, he gets his hands around you. He's getting you down. Yes. So the young man is balling. The young man is he hasn't had PT time.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Maybe they've had to see, okay, you need to learn a little bit more. But the Joker is undrafted. Yeah. So I mean, to be consistent like that, it makes me happy to look forward to going into the playoffs. But it also makes me happy to look forward to going into next year because I'm like, okay, young man, if you can continue what you're doing, we might have a diamond in the rough. Right. And it's hard to find a diamond in the rough, especially undrafted. I mean, James Harrison did it. Right. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. So, and he's what, 6'3",
about
250?
250, yes.
Yeah, he's 250. He's a speed rusher. You can tell how his hand placement in his hand. Something about Landry. Landry just has that bend. That's all he got. Right. He doesn't have no hand placement. He doesn't have that burst in that point of attack. Robeson is crazy. I'm like, son, that's what I like in my defensive linemen is aggressive, gritty, mean players. Yep. And when they're mean like that, it pays off.
It does.
So
it does.
the young man has surprised me, and I'm telling you, keep balling, and we need you in these playoffs.
No question.
Especially when it comes to time to play upon Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, because you don't have no tape on him.
Right, exactly.
You have no tape on
how to block
his delayed blitzes are cool too, because I look at him. When he played the Saints, he had what 2, 3. I'm with 2.5 sacks, but I say 3.
Yeah.
I mean, the delayed blitz is cool. He'll wait, boom, he'll shoot the gap. I'm like, okay.
like a crazy man.
I'm like, okay, this Joker is a beast.
Yeah,
right? So, young man, keep balling. And he surprised me, man. And I wanted to see that. I wanted to see how consistent he was going to be.
Right.
And he's just his hustle and how he keeps around the football all the time. So, I like it.
Gotcha, man. So, Jacques, we had talked not too long ago after the post game, and we kind of brought the new section of the show about being impressed, right? So, in this same question about the Houston Texans, do they or did they impress you?
No.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why. And like I said, Texans fans, your offense is amazing. Your offense is what keeps you in the games. Your offense is probably what's going to get you deep in the playoffs. But defensively, man, defensively, y'all don't tackle well. I like Vernon Hargreaves. I do. But it's the playoffs, man. And like I said, y'all playing the Bills.
Yep.
And
better be ready.
It's the thing, and what I noticed when y'all play strong defenses, like when y'all played the Ravens, the offensive line fell apart.
Yep.
I mean, they blew y'all out. They shut you down.
Yep.
When you played the Buccaneers almost beat you guys. It's a quick defense.
Yep, that's right.
And their defense, to me, the Buccaneers defense ain't nothing spectacular either.
Not at all. Not at all.
But when you going up against aggressive defense, like the Bills, and you got a potent offense. And when your offense is struggling and they need the defense to bail them out and your defense is not strong enough to do it, granted, you're playing the Bills and you're playing Josh Allen. But the funny thing about the Bills is, and their offense is not strong either, but they know how to strike at the right time. John Brown will hit you with a 50-yard catch. Josh Allen will take off for 50 yards, and you know how they can't tackle.
That's right.
So, am I impressed? No. Offensively, they need to get together, but I mean, offensively, they're good. Defensively, no, man, no.
Okay.
What about you?
I totally agree. No, I'm not impressed. As you mentioned, offensively, Deshaun Watson is the best player in the AFC South. I'll give him that. Or DeAndre Hopkins. Y'all probably got 2 of the best in the division.
Right.
You know, Derrick Henry's getting up there with them as well. But
And
Deshaun
AJ
Watson
Brown
and AJ Brown, right.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's incredible, and I'll give him credit on that. At times, now against Tampa Bay, Deshaun Watson struggled. I know he had a hurt ankle. It really impacted his throws. He made some real dumb throws, and at times he does do that, especially around the red zone. All season, Deshaun Watson is struggling in the red zone.
We got to pick on
exactly right. Yeah. And against Tampa Bay, he did the same thing. So, defensively, you guys had your starters out there. Am I impressed with their defense? No. I know you guys will get 99 back on the field. We'll see how he does. It's really hard to put a lot of stock in that because I have no idea how he's going to be. Yeah. But I think your front 4, they hold the run game pretty well, pretty decently. But I'm speaking on in the open field. Your corners and your safeties. They don't really tackle well, man. And so it's almost if you beat that barrier, the front 4, you're good. Right. Now, Zach Cunningham will make tackles, but he can't make every tackle. He can't average 40 tackles a game. So other people have to step up and make tackles. And again, am I impressed with the Texans? Look, I give y'all a lot of respect. Y'all made the playoffs. Y'all won the division. Y'all the 4th seed. You get the home field advantage, at least for the first round. Awesome job in that regard. But I think against Buffalo, it's going to be a struggle, really more on Buffalo's defense.
Yes.
If you guys are not aware, Buffalo has probably got the top 3 defenses in the league.
Are they aware?
I don't know.
I'm
going to tell y'all got to go against Tre'Davious White, number 27.
He's a shutdown, man.
Shut down. He's a pure shutdown.
You know I've been high on Tre'Davious White since he came out the draft.
That's
man.
Right. You got Tremaine Edwards, the linebacker 49.
V-Tech.
Exactly. And Buffalo has probably the best pair of safeties in the league. Yes. When you look at Poyer and Hyde, right? So, so Houston offensively better be ready. Carlos Hyde better play out of his mind because you got to put the pressure on Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins. I think they can, devise a scheme against Hopkins to see what Deshaun. Again, you throw the ball. Tre'Davious White's out there. I dare you to throw the ball. I dare you to throw it deep. We got our safeties that are ball hawks out there.
It's gonna be a low scoring game. I mean, they always beat the Pats.
Right. Exactly. Right.
They beat us. Yes, they did.
They did barely with Mariota at quarterback.
Imagine if you had Tannehill.
Man, what?
This is why I'm saying. Let me say this. The scales are tipping, okay? If I'm gonna say somebody has the best all around team in the AFC South, okay?
Yep.
I'm gonna say the Titans.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Now, and I'm not saying it just because I'm a Titans fan. If I be like, hey, one point, the Colts, to me, if Andrew Luck was still playing, Texans, you not going nowhere. Titans, you not going nowhere. Jags, you not going nowhere.
Right,
because
exactly.
that's the best quarterback that was in the AFC South. And if any Texans fans want to argue in the comment section, you can.
Right.
You can't refute that Andrew Luck was not better than Tannehill, Watson, Minshew, Foles. Yep. I don't care. Mariota. That was the king of the AFC South. So the AFC South would have had to go through the Colts. That's just what it was. Right. And everybody got gifted a retirement check. Hey, he retired. Then Jalen Ramsey is gone, right? Then all of a sudden, J.J. Watt is getting up in age. It's the scales are tipping.
It's tipping. You're right.
Now you're starting to see where, hey, John Robeson is, and what we say in John Robeson we trust.
Yep.
He's built through the draft.
Yep.
And he's added pieces through free agency that's contribute. And now special teams. I mean, look at Brett Kern. He's the best punter in the league.
In the league.
Look at that.
He's the AFC in punt average.
Average. You got the best young running back in the league.
Yep.
The champion. You got the comeback player in Tannehill.
Yes, sir.
Who's come out of his mind, and I don't want to know where this Tannehill. But we talked about it.
Yes,
you don't get away from throwing 4,000 yards.
You don't, man. You don't. Yeah.
You need to be in the right system.
You do.
Got Kirk Cousins, who did the same thing when he was with the Redskins, when he was balling out. Case Keenum, when you in the right system, you will succeed. Now we got a young stud that's coming up in A.J. Brown, who, D-Hop, you got somebody coming on your heels. And when I say coming on your heels, D-Hop is one of those players I respect because you can tell he puts in the work.
Right.
He puts in the time. He puts in the, hey, I'm in the offseason grind. I'm working on my routes. A.J. Brown is doing the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Vaccaro told him, hey, Michael Thomas, without his rookie year, was practicing and balling out and thinking, hey, how can I get to the next level and be great? He leads the league in career in receptions.
Right.
So now, A.J. Brown, hey, I want to be like Julio Jones. I want to be like Michael Thomas. That's big shoes to fill. What you showed me, son, 1,000 yards in rookie season, you're going to be great. You're going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yes,
Trust me. You keep putting up these numbers. So we got us a D-Hop.
Right. Yes,
you
sir.
see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Then all of a sudden you got your tight end and Jonnu Smith. You don't know what this joker going to do.
At any time.
Anytime. Running back, receiver, a blocking tight. He's a Delaney Walker clone but skinnier.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Defensively, you had Butler. Who we all criticized last year at the beginning, like at the latter part of the beginning of the season last year when he was struggling. All of a sudden, he turned it around. Before Butler got hurt, he was shutting them down.
He was.
He was shutting them down. He was killing them. So it was that's why top 10. We had the best secondary.
Yeah.
Adoree Jackson is young. We have a young nucleus of a team.
We do.
That's going to keep expanding and growing. And John Robinson's so crazy. He's a mad scientist when it comes to drafting. We got Jeffrey Simmons, who's a young stud. So if you look around and you look at the AFC South now, the league something that the Titans didn't get when we went to the playoffs in 2017. People were like, man, y'all don't deserve to be in the playoffs. What y'all doing here? Now all of a sudden they're like, this is the team that needs to be in the playoffs.
Right, that's right.
It's a dangerous team.
Yep.
It's a dark horse team. So now what you have is you having a shift of the guard. Hey, Texans, enjoy that AFC South the crown while you still can, because now you have a Titans team who, like I said, what I said last year, Derrick Henry, it's the Derrick Henry effect and the Jimmy G effect. Jimmy G went in San Francisco balling, they just needed a quarterback. Now look at him.
Yeah.
Look at the Titans. Hey, we need you to step up, Derrick. All of a sudden, 4 games, you get 1,000 yards. Now look at Tannehill. It's an effect. It's an effect that's just going to keep rumbling. And all of a sudden, you're going to see the Titans do this and this.
Yeah.
So, Texas fans, I'm not beating up on your team, but I'm just being realistic. You had the Super Bowl right here. When you had Andre Johnson, Matt Schaub,
J.J. Watt, Arian Foster,
Vince Wilfork.
Yeah.
You had it.
Yep.
You literally had it. I don't see how you get to the playoffs and you just messed that whole thing up.
Yeah. The Patriots have been clipping at their heels forever, man.
You got Bill O'Brien's a good coach.
The Houston fans don't think he is, but he is a good coach.
He's a good coach, in my opinion.
And I hear fans from Texas talk bad about Deshaun Watson. Guys, be careful on that.
Deshaun Watson is cold.
Exactly, man. Hey, dude, be proud that you're your quarterback.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't you know, at the point, I would trade Deshaun Watson any day for Mariota. Y'all can
have
Mariota.
Absolutely have him.
Y'all can have him.
Right.
Like I said, y'all have like one of the best offenses in the league.
Yeah.
It's just you need to add more pieces on defense to contribute to the offense.
Right.
You need a shutdown corner. That'd be nice. You have Boye, you let him go to the Jags.
Right.
Why did you do that? You see what I'm saying? You have the pieces. You just got to shuffle them in. So,
okay.
So, yeah. So, Hawk, let me ask you this.
Okay.
So, in the playoffs, we're in the playoffs now.
Yep.
Hey, we
Good
going
job.
playoffing.
Yep.
Who would you rather play? We know we're playing the Patriots. Would
Yes.
you rather play the Chiefs, Texans, or the
Patriots.
The Patriots.
So for the longest time, I was thinking we were going to play the Chiefs.
Me too.
Initially, the Houston Texans. But the way it was playing out, it's like, we'll probably play Kansas City, no question about it, and everything like that. Then I saw the scenarios play out, the fact that, you looked at the Pittsburgh Steelers loss, the Indianapolis Colts loss, the Oakland Raiders loss. Yep. Pretty much everything that happened around us happened, right? So now we got to play the New England Patriots, who got beat by the Miami Dolphins. So for me, I know this sounds crazy to most fans, I would rather play the defending Super Bowl champion, the New England Patriots. So why would you want to do that, Lorenzo? Well, I'll tell you this, man. Look, Tom Brady right now is throwing to receivers like me and him right now, right? We could start a receiver today, right? Julian Edelman leads the league in drops with him and Amari Cooper, but Julian Edelman, he has a lot of drops. That's just what he does, right? He's very reliable in the playoffs. I mean, playoff Julian Edelman is unbelievable, but he doesn't have Gronk anymore. He doesn't even have Antonio Brown the one game that he played, which he was Tom Brady was smiling when Antonio Brown was out on the field. He was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's out here, right? So you got N'Keal Harry out there. You got Julian Edelman, Sanu. So I'm not afraid of those guys. Now, defensively is where my concern is. Don't get me wrong. But the New England Patriots don't have any playmakers. They don't have a lot of speed. You got Rex Burkhead, James White, Sony Michel running back. They don't really scare me much. I really think we can do damage to them on their defense. I know defensively they've been very well all year, but when you play Buffalo twice a year, the New York Jets, twice a year, the Miami Dolphins, you're not playing anybody, at least offensively, right? So I think Derrick Henry can have a great game against the Patriots in running the football. Now, you got to be careful with Stephon Gilmore versus A.J. Brown. He might have him guard him. That might be a wash. So Tannehill's going to have to look for some other places. But that's where Jonnu Smith can get open. Derrick Henry's going to have his opportunities. I think the Patriots are reeling. I think the dynasty is over. I would rather play the Patriots. Because, look, Patrick Mahomes led us up. We did win the football game, though, ladies and gentlemen. But Patrick Mahomes almost had 500 yards, 490-some yards passing against us, right? And then Houston, see him again for a third time. We could probably still beat the Texans. But I think the Patriots will be an easier route, as crazy as that sounds. I know that's crazy. And in Foxborough. But we match up well with the Patriots. We are a slow grinding team. They are as well. And I just think we have better offensive weapons than them, and I think that's what's going to divide them up. I do think Tom Brady will have a good game. I do. But I don't think he's going to shred us apart. What about for you, man?
I can't agree enough.
Wow.
Because with you take that same formula, then people are kind of forgetting that we beat them last year.
We did. Beat the brakes off them jokers.
35-10.
Yep.
So then the Patriots fans have not forgot about that. Now they're saying, hey, when we had our little training camp, joint practice, hey, the Titans were getting torched and everything. No, man, this is a different team, man. Yeah, man. And when it comes down to it, if you look at the Patriots year, teams have been able to run on them. Yep. They have been able to. The Dolphins were able to do it. Cleveland was able to do it. Baltimore was able to do it. Derrick Henry. Hey, Bill Belichick's goal is to try to stop Derrick Henry. Right. You alluded to, you said, hey, you're going to have Stephon Gilmore on A.J. Brown. But Devontae Parker went off. He went off on Stephon Gilmore.
He did.
Corey Davis last year went off on Stephon Gilmore.
He did.
So this is why I like Stephon Gilmore, don't get me wrong. But he can be exploited. That showed me last year with Corey Davis. I said, Corey Davis eating him up. Imagine what A.J. Brown going to do to him. I'm just saying. And don't be surprised if you see the Titans pull out tricks out their hats. You don't be surprised if you see Mariota in the game, people. He'll be used like Hill from the Saints. Don't be surprised if you see him take a snap and a play action here. You see Tannehill, because Tannehill used to be a receiver. Right. Don't be surprised if you see Tannehill running down the end. Tannehill don't call a pass for a touchdown. Don't be surprised if you see a triple option out here. Derrick Henry lined up in the Wildcat. You got Mariota here, Tannehill right here, Jonnu right here, AJ. That's some crazy stuff. Yeah. So Bill Belichick is having a scheme against so many weapons. He even said, man, this is the best running back we've faced all year. Yeah, it is. It by far. And the way that we're putting up points. Let me go back. How we beat the Texans is scary. We beat them by 35 points, dog. We could have beat the Saints by 35. You see what I'm saying? We were sticking with them. The way the New England Patriots are playing, They're not putting up points.
They're not putting up no points. They're not. They're not moving the football.
I want to say Brady might be hurt the way he's playing. His arm strength is not there no more.
No, it's not.
He's throwing interceptions. I'm just looking at different things. I don't think they're in it like that anymore. Bill Belichick don't really care. Josh McDaniels about to be out.
They got caught cheating. They probably like, oh man, our cover's blown again.
True. They did get caught cheating. So they kind of, that's probably why they losing, because they're not videotaping.
Exactly, right.
They not videotaping.
Hey, we make sure we got nothing around here they can look at.
Right.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
They're probably looking at videos trying to get ideas.
Exactly, right.
The Texans beat them.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
So it's one of those things it's like, okay, don't be surprised, people, if we go into Foxborough, be the first time we've ever won in Foxborough 1.
Yeah.
2, you've knocked off a dynasty, because I guarantee you Brady's gone next year. Bill Belichick's probably say, I'm out.
Yeah.
You'll start to see the Patriots, like you just said, the trend is starting to trend down on them, man. It's all good things must come to an end. All kingdoms must fall.
That's
and
right.
That's what happens.
Yep.
And you're going to see the Titans can be that team that can be that killer. We can be the team that put the dagger in the heart of the Patriots, and it was a wrap, one and done. And then all of a sudden you see it'll be an interesting Super Bowl, because the Patriots are not in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Then all of a sudden it's any given dude. So check this out, Hawk. We've beaten the Patriots. We've beaten the Chiefs. We've beaten the Ravens at one point in time. We've beaten the Bills. We've beaten the Texans. Every team that's been in the playoffs, people, we've beat. Let's go to the NFC. We've beaten the Eagles. We've beaten the who else is in the playoffs? Seahawks. Mm-hmm. We lost against the 49ers, which ironically was Jimmy G.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Who else is in there?
New Orleans.
New Orleans. We beat New Orleans. Mm-hmm. We beat New Orleans with a mediocre team. We almost beat New Orleans. So this is how much confidence as I have. It's weird to say going into this playoffs. This is the best I've ever felt for the Titans since '99.
Yes, sir.
What about you?
I had a lot of confidence in us when we were 13-3.
2008.
Yes, sir. And I was just shocked that we lost in the first round. I was so pissed.
I kind of knew the Steelers was gonna come in there, Tua Polamalu. I knew they were gonna come in there and do their thing. But this just. I
think we played the Ravens. Was it the Ravens that year that we played in the first round?
No, it was the Steelers. It was the Steelers.
Okay.
We lost to the Steelers. I never forget Tua Polamalu leaped over there and tackled Chris Johnson. But it's just this team is more. It's a stronger team offensively. And when you have a strong team offensively that can run the ball and throw the ball out, that's scary, because Patrick Mahomes this past Sunday only put up 174 yards, a touchdown and interception.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Against the okay Chargers defense, they're okay. I'm going to give them that. They're okay. But they have other little assets to their game that can win. But we own the Chiefs. Yeah. How crazy that sounds.
We do.
So,
we do.
I mean,
the past historically have owned us in the playoffs.
That's true.
Because 2 years ago when we lost them, we beat the Chiefs. We lost to the Patriots. And so, ain't
that crazy how it's lining up?
Yeah, it is, man. So yeah, man. So I just think that we're ready, and I think I'm about to make a bold prediction here, and I'm going to say this on all the shows moving forward, man. I think if Derrick Henry averages 130 to 140 yards a game, we're going to win the Super Bowl. I know I'm saying a lot, but I mean that, because there isn't a team in the playoffs that has a running game like we do.
I can say that.
And there's not a team in the league. The Ravens is a definitely good run defensive team. So are the 49ers, Buffalo too. If we can surpass those type of teams, we can win the Super Bowl. I know I'm saying a lot, and I'm not saying as a fan, but I just think we have something that no one brings to the playoffs, and that's a hell of a running game. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Burleson called us the dark horse.
Yeah, we are dark horse. Deion Sanders too.
They have we Titans are the dark horse to go to the Super Bowl.
We are.
So that's not a crazy statement. It's any given Sunday in the playoffs.
That's right, folks. So, folks, that is the show. Congratulations again to the Tennessee Titans for making the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Awesome job. Let's get this victory against the Pats.
Hey, and also, like, share, subscribe to your auntie, uncle, granddaddy. This is the playoffs. Something we back in it. It's been 2 years since we've been back in it, so it feels good to be back in it with a different team.
Yes, sir.
But hey, Saturday night, let's get this W.
We here.
Hey, Titans fans, let's go, man.
Let's do it. You can always as well, you can email us at TennesseeTitansWeekly@gmail.com, as well on Twitter at TitansWeekly247, and on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly, guys.
Yes,
This and gals too. This is what we do, y'all.
Right.
We're having a ball. We cannot wait. Our playoff show will be here within the next day or two.
Get ready.
So be ready for the playoff edition. Let's get it going, folks. To you and yours.
Hey, we out, baby.
We out of here.
Tighten
Holla
up.
at you. Who?